Failures. Who here in their life has faced some sort of failure? Show of hands. I see those kids, they're not raising their hands. We all face some sort of failure in our lives. How we define our failures is entirely up to us. Perhaps you were planning to jog this morning, which you could not. Perhaps you've been trying to get rid of that habit of binging onto your favorite food and not succeeding. And all of that is adding up right here. Perhaps you want to not indulge in that conversation with your loved one in that difficult situation, but you end up frustrating and still ending up in that conversation. Or perhaps you've been told by yourself repeatedly over and over again that how you can be more as a leader if you could only take out certain time of your day to learn something new which can address your challenges. How you define your failures is entirely up to you. Of the few examples I've shared, can anyone relate here? How they've been unable to live up to their expectations. As leaders in our life, we want to be more and have more, and for that, we have to do more. I'm humbled and honored to be speaking with you all here at EO Talks regarding failures. While you picture those failures, I don't want you to picture at level 1. I want you to go deep down. Go deep down that how those failures in your head are compromising your ability to live to your potential. And not just that, think on the emotional side. How are they making you feel? Well, yes, you have gone through those failures, but what it does to at least me is, it leaves me with a very bad self-image. यार मैं इतना कुछ कर सकता हूँ, मैं ये क्यों नहीं कर सकता? I'm start my day, I've accomplished 10 things, I come back and this is the same problem I end up facing again and again. And I'm sure you can relate to that. The worst of this particular challenge in our life, what it does to us is, just like how success is contagious, failure is contagious. It can walk from one aspect of our life and it can go into the next one and the next one and the next one. And before we know, we are so used to of not addressing those failures in our lives. Failures and habits. That is my topic. Ab failures और habits का ताल्लुक क्या है? Interestingly, your failures come out from certain decisions, certain choices which you are making in that particular moment. All of a sudden, there's a crisis in front of you. तुमने ये रिपोर्ट मुझे इस टाइम नहीं देनी थी, इस टाइम क्यों दी है? And all of a sudden, repeat telecast. Your anger kicks in and same conversation happening. And you end up regretting, why did I do that? Why did I end up in that conversation in that way? Guess what is happening? Your habit is kicking in. As per research, 50% of your decisions, of your choices, which you think and I think we make, we don't. It is where our habit loop kicks in. So for every habit loop, we have a cue, which is triggering a routine, and at the end there's a reward. So right now, you and I are having this conversation. All of a sudden you get this message from your loved one. Aha, oh, thank you. अब वो आपको आदत है, वो एक क्यू है. आप अपने घर गए हो, सुबह जिम किया हुआ है, शाम को घर आए हो, विल पावर डिप्लीटेड है, and you're walking by and you find that favorite snack of yours. यार आज खा लेता हूँ, कल नहीं खाऊंगा. ऑफिस गए हो, on that same spot, कुछ भी नहीं करने को, तो all of a sudden नेटफ्लिक्स पे चले गए हो. एक क्यू है which over a period of time across your life, consciously and subconsciously, is part of your life. In certain cases, it is known to you. In certain cases, it is hidden. It is very important for us to find that. So understanding कि हर habit का एक cue है, एक routine है और उसका एक reward है. हम इस cue को change कर सकते हैं, पहले तो हमें ढूंढना है, और रूटीन को रिप्लेस कर सकते हैं, और साथ ही साथ उसका रिवॉर्ड भी हम चेंज कर सकते हैं. सो हमारे जो भी फेलियर्स, द वंस यू आर पिक्चरिंग, एंड आई वांट यू टू पिक्चर द रियल फेलियर्स ऑफ योर लाइफ, नॉट के यार, नॉट ऑन अ वेरी बेसिक लेवल. वी कैन एड्रेस देम बाय अंडरस्टैंडिंग द हैबिट लूप. देन अब हैबिट लूप हमने फिगर आउट कर लिया कि क्या है, रूटीन भी पकड़ ली, क्यू भी पकड़ लिया, रिवॉर्ड भी पकड़ लिया. सुबह फैसला कर लिया कि भाई शाम को ये स्नैक मुझे नजर ना आए और मैं इसको देखूंगा नहीं तो मेरी हैबिट ठीक हो गई. बट इट्स नॉट दैट इजी, सो दैट इज वेयर द हॉट एंड कोल्ड एम्पैथी स्टेट triggers in. In your hot state, when that biryani is in front of you, it's a different emotions and different triggers your brain is having. In that cold state, we make that decision कि यार आज मैं ये फैसला करूंगा कि मैं वो बिरयानी नहीं खाऊंगा, या मैं आज घर जाऊंगा बेगम से लड़ाई नहीं करूंगा. But in that cold state, we need to understand and we need to preempt and understand कि हमारी हैबिट का लूप क्या है, हमारा रूटीन क्या है, हमारा पैटर्न क्या है. सो हॉट एंड कोल्ड एम्पैथी स्टेट इज कि आज मैं ये फैसला करता हूं कि शाम को मेरे सामने जब बिरयानी आएगी, व्हाट विल आई डू. एंड यू डोंट हैव टू बी जस्ट कि यार मैं नहीं खाऊंगा. वी डोंट हैव आवर विल पावर ऑल डे. सी द एंटायर talk of this habit is that there is an automatic mind and there is a thinking mind. Your automatic mind kicks in and then आप उसके गुलाम हो until your willpower triggers in and stops. Well, हमारे पास हर वक्त विल पावर का वो खजाना नहीं होता and over the day वो डिप्लीट होता है. So hot and cold empathy state को समझकर अंडरस्टैंड करना है और प्लान करना है कि यार मेरे सामने जब बिरयानी आएगी, मैं शाम को इन लॉज की तरफ जा रहा हूँ, बिरयानी आएगी, मैंने खानी भी है, नहीं तो बेगम डांटेगी. सास पूछेंगी कि भाई क्यों नहीं खा रहे. सास को पता है मेरा 10 किलो वजन बढ़ गया, लेकिन सास कहेंगी नहीं भाई तुम तो बड़े पतले लग रहे हो. खैर, तो उस वक्त आपको डिसाइड करना है कि यार इन दैट मोमेंट आई हैव टू, इन दैट कोल्ड स्टेट यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड कि इन माई हॉट स्टेट व्हाट विल आई डू. परहैप्स यू कैन पुट समथिंग एल्स ऑन योर प्लेट फर्स्ट. परहैप्स you will eat it, you will have that drink, but maybe share it with someone else. So this will allow you to carve your new habits. Habit loop समझ लिया, hot and cold empathy state समझ ली, choice architecture. So I'm here with you today to share two tools, choice architecture and keystone habits. So choice architecture, as easy as it is, choice and architecture is that कि मुझे अपनी habit carving के अंदर understand करना है कि मुझे प्रीएम्प्ट करना है कि मुझे अपनी प्लानिंग कैसे करनी है. और चॉइस आर्किटेक्चर के अंदर यू हैव टू बी वेरी स्पेसिफिक एंड यू हैव टू अंडरस्टैंड एंड प्रीएम्प्ट कि इन माय प्लानिंग ऑफ माय हैबिट मेरे नोज क्या हैं, वो ट्रिगर कहाँ से होते हैं. मैं सुबह प्लान तो कर लेता हूँ बट शाम को मैं फेल हो जाता हूँ. तो चॉइस आर्किटेक्चर का समझना इसलिए ज़रूरी है. ऑफ योर कीस्टोन हैबिट्स, कीस्टोन हैबिट्स आर द हैबिट्स इन योर लाइफ which you incorporate. ये वो सांचा है आपकी बिल्डिंग का कि जो आपकी लाइफ में बाकी बहुत सारी और प्रोडक्टिव इंक्रीमेंटल लेकर आएगा. These are the small changes you introduce in your life which allow you to have an overarching impact over everything you want to do in your life. For instance, we all want to have great blood levels, great health, so we can be with our loved ones for longer, and not just longer, we're not liability on them. That is the cost we end up paying by not including certain habits in our life, and that mediocrity keep us away from our ability to perform at a far bigger level. So keystone building का वो सांचा है जो allow करेगा आपको कि आप अपनी लाइफ में बाकी चीज़ों को भी achieve कर सकते हैं. For instance, understanding and creating habits where you have a fixed routine. Just if you have a fixed routine, it will allow you to add other benefits in your life. Prioritizing important versus urgent. Doing the things which you want to do on the first half of the day. This will allow you as a leader. मेरे वाले साहब कहते हैं कि पंजाबी में कि जेड़ा करो गिन के टुरिया उधर कदे नहीं थोड़े. If you count your steps from your home, you will never be short of your steps. So keystone habits allow you, there's certain examples. You can dress better, you can start exercising on the first half of the day, you can drink more water, and all of a sudden these things will have incremental effect onto all the difficult things in your life. Willpower happens to be the number one predictor of your future success. Yes, willpower मेरे में बहुत ज़्यादा है, इसमें भी बहुत ज़्यादा है. But if we are not aware of tools and we are constantly going against the stream of water, we are putting ourselves at disadvantage. Understanding how your mind works, understanding how your habit works can allow you to be more efficient, to work at a far superior level. So before I leave, I want to leave you with few clear takeaways. Number one, generate enough belief in you that you can address those most difficult aspects of yours which you were thinking in your head कि यार this is my problem. Number two, understand कि हर habit का एक cue है, एक routine है और एक reward है. मुझे cue को identify करना है, वो क्या है, और उसके ऊपर consciously aware होना है. और अगर तो मैं possibly my daughter of 6, मुझे पता है कि अगर मैंने उसको कैंडी दिखा दी, तो then it is up to my parenthood and how nice of a dad I am, which almost every time I lose a battle, I end up giving it to her. If I hide away that cue, automatically that's one less bad decision and one less failure. Similarly, routine को understand करना है और reward को understand करना है. If you want to carve a habit of waking up and going for that jog in the morning, perhaps maybe you can leave your shoes and gym clothes right next to your bed. That's a good enough cue. And then we have to understand कि हम अपनी विल पावर के तब तक गुलाम हैं जब तक हमें डिसीजन के ऊपर चॉइस लेनी है. Just like how many of the other things, आप गाड़ी में बैठते हो, what's the first thing you do? If I ask you, you don't know. But there's a habit. Perhaps कुछ लोग पहले शीशा ठीक करते हैं, कुछ लोग सीट बेल्ट लगाते हैं, कुछ राइट देखते हैं, कुछ लेफ्ट देखते हैं, perhaps कुछ लोग गाड़ी स्टार्ट करते हैं. So that subconscious aspect has allowed you to develop in a certain way. So understand your cues, understand your routine, and understand your reward. And then I'm a very core believer of this thing. Whatever you are not working on today, you cannot achieve tomorrow. Generate enough momentum in you that you can solve your problems step by step, and at the end, you can be more, and you can be a lot more than whatever you are. So thank you very much, guys.